Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon and today we are back with another Enlisted leak. And today we're going to be talking about the Italian and British stuff. Now we're going to be getting really quick. So without further ado, if you haven't joined Discord, which is where the leaks come from, I highly suggest that you do. But that's it, let's get started. In terms of new weapons, we are getting the Lewis 303 and the Rigotti. This is what appears to be a British machine gun used in World War I and in World War II, if you want to be honest, and an Italian 25-round semi-automatic rifle, which is actually very good if you ask me. It is actually a pretty good weapon from the looks of it in game, and because the sights are pretty good with the lack of a bayonet, of course, it is actually going to be tier 4 or tier 5. Same thing going to be for the Lewis. That said, we are also going to be getting an Italian tank, and this is most likely a skin for the Italian tank, and this is essentially going to be a skin of the M1441. This is what literally appears to be like an M1441 with extra gasoline tanks on the sides and more treads. Honestly, it looks like the Italians have just improved this by putting some track treads and then quite literally some gasoline tanks on the sides and in the front, and quite literally they called it a day, hoping to improve the armor. And honestly, I don't know about Enlisted, but I don't think this should be any more armor protection because I know how Enlisted skins work. I don't think Enlisted should do anything regarding the armor. I could be wrong, and I could be wrong in the sense that this is only a skin. It might even be a tank for a squad. I really don't know. But I almost can guarantee you this is almost going to be a skin. That said, we are also getting more stuff regarding the Italians and the British. For example, we have these two portraits of a British soldier and what appears to be an Italian tanker with the badges. And of course, these are badges that could be potentially leading to new weapons in game, or most likely, from my point of view, a squad or something, or an event squad, or any along the lines of that. Because we have been getting event squads recently, and I do think it's going to be pretty fun. On the other hand, I don't think there is going to be anything new if an event squad comes out. I do think it's more like a skin or like a event weapon. And honestly, if that does happen, which I'm not surprised, it's going to be quite a boring event. Mainly because of the fact that you're going to be having the British against the Italians. And that's it. But that said, without further ado, the only stuff that we have for new stuff is an Italian tank that is already in game and has more quote-unquote armor, but it's definitely not armor. And we have a British Lewis 303, which is already technically in game. We have the Rigotti, which is technically new and is actually on par with some of the better semi-automatic rifles that the British, American, German, and Soviets have already in game. So honestly, the only new thing we're getting is the Rigotti, and that's quite literally it. Everything else is either a skin or a battle pass / event weapon. So that's it. Honestly, if you ask me, this is pretty bad for an event. Most of the stuff have been quite literally reused again, which is practically no surprise looking at what Enlisted has been doing with these past events. And honestly, I'm just waiting for the event to drop to see what the heck is going on. But needless to say, have a great day guys, and I'll see you in the next one.